Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. I had to reset my candle. So we have a fresh, bright, and strong flame for today's read. Now, this is a general timeless reading. This is general. If it does not resonate with you, please, there are plenty of other readings. Not only my readings, which are timeless, but other readings. So if it doesn't resonate, please do not make it your own. This is entertainment purpose only. We did just finish a prayer asking for protection and guidance. I don't usually do that in front of the camera. We are going to be pulling 3 cards. I am going to be using my normal deck today, my older deck, which I took a break and I had my cat deck, but we're using my normal deck today. We're going to be pulling one of the runes oracles first, and we will be highlighting at the end with the Cosmic Insight cards, which I absolutely love. What a wonderful gift. Okay, with the runes oracle, let's shuffle. We just finished with the Palo Santo. We need guidance for 1 oracle card for today's timeless energy. 1 oracle card for today's timeless energy. And there we go. Sawulo. The sun, success. The interpretation. It is the help of travelers and sailors, symbol of life force and feminine nature. Well, that is actually good energy for me. If you have somebody that's out there right now traveling, which I actually do, it looks like the fire might have cleared up. And I did give a prayer for the firefighters on my last read. But everything today looks really, really good. So we're going to pull 3 cards for today's timeless energy. Bear with me. You can fast forward if you'd like. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. What message for timeless energy? Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. What message for timeless energy? I have upright the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, 2 more cards. Spirit guide me, and protect me. A message for timeless energy. Spirit guide me, guidance and protection. A message for the timeless energy. Spirit guide me. I have the 7 of Wands. Okay, 1 more card for the timeless energy. Spirit guide me. 1 more card for the timeless energy. Spirit guide me. 1 more card for the message for today. Timeless energy. And I have the 5 of Wands. Good. Okay. So let's look at what we've got. All of these are upright. And the 5 of Pentacles is the chakra of the throat chakra. The Seven of Wands is the solar chakra, and the Five of Wands is the throat chakra. So we've got 2 throat chakras. I like to use the chakras as additional clarifiers because when I started, I really needed to work into adding to what I was doing, and the chakras were something that I had more comfort level and more trust in. So I really do trust the chakras as far as expanding the value of the message. Now, the Five of Pentacles upright is material or financial, failure or trouble. It could be a loss of some type that is recent, or it could be a situation that you're currently in, that you've been in for quite some time, having a funded lower income to work with, maybe more responsibilities. It could be for any reason. This does say temporary financial hardship. For the most part, it could be feeling left out in the cold. And we do have some things in the news on the economy, the recession, unemployment. Those could also be part of this. Please do not take this if it doesn't resonate. If you're living in a situation where your finances are restricted or limited or whatever, and you have been that way for a while, a fixed income or whatever, there are lots of people that don't have that problem. On the other hand, we have been going through some very serious recession type warnings in the news. Now, the Five of Pentacles. Now, it would reflect that your resources have taken a hit. And this is a temporary energy, so it could be something that is really current, or you're in a little bit of a slump. This could be when money is tight. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I am doing this read at the very beginning of the month. This is when people pay their bills. You have a certain amount that you need to cover the rent, and the kids need to eat, and other bills have certain due dates that people can stagger them out, but the big ones usually come out or are due and payable in the beginning of the month. So this could be the energy of just that things are a little tight, and it is a temporary energy. It could actually define somebody who's always having trouble. And there are people on fixed incomes that never quite go as far as they want to. And of course, they're going to be the ones that might always need the trouble. There are also people that aren't really good at managing their money. As far as a person would be concerned, we are looking at unhealthy lifestyles or bad money management, not just a recession or economy energy. Now, the thing about it is, this is upright, and this is the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is you say, do, and think what makes you feel authentic. Okay, so this is the throat chakra. We are authentic. We know who we are. We're not afraid to reveal this. So there's really no deception in this. Money is tight. There's a reason. I don't need to explain myself is probably the answer you're going to get, because you know what, that's a sensitive matter you don't ask questions about, right? Okay, but this is an authentic energy. It is not a deceptive energy. Now, the Seven of Wands. This would be the energy of obstacles or being defensive. A lot of things need to be dealt with, either on a personal level or a professional level. You can be defensive if things are tight and it is just that time of the month that things need to be handled and things are a little tight. Remind us again, this energy is temporary. Remind us again that this could be a person who doesn't really handle finances very carefully or very well, or might have a problem when the dealing of the responsible part of the monthly deadlines, because there's lots of ways to get around that if you wanted to. This is the kind of energy in a person where you're going to run into a person in this energy where they're not going to let you take advantage of them. Now that's actually a pretty strong energy. For the world is against us on one side, or maybe everybody's got their hand out because you are able to take care of your own personal things and their money is tight. So this is the energy in as far as a person that they're not going to let somebody take advantage of them. This is a challenging position, a defensive position. This is the defense thing is you're standing up for the things that you're required to do. Your responsibility to your members of your family. Okay, where this is tight funding, and it could just be the time of the month. Time of the month. It doesn't necessarily have to do with a third party or anything, reaching out or asking for anything. But this here indicates the attitude of being defensive, and you're not going to let anybody take advantage of you. So there could be a third party energy in there. This is, you feel like the world is against you. If you are completely and totally within your right to turn down the generous offer of helping somebody out financially because they say they need it, or even if they don't say they need it, but they are making hints about, okay, you could be put on the defense about that. And this is what this energy says right here. You have your responsibilities. You have the people that you're already taking care of. And there's absolutely no reason for you to be defensive, but in this energy of money is tight, this could be the time of the month where you need to take care of your responsibilities and your money is tight. Or you could be dealing with somebody who's having financial problems and being put on the defensive about that would make sense with this card being right there. We're talking about causes, but we're talking about being defensive. We're talking about the energy of not letting another person take advantage of you. So where we're leading to is not just that money might be tight, but money might be tight not only because of the time of the month, but because somebody else is having financial problems, and you're becoming defensive about it. Alright, so let's go back. This is the solar chakra. And the solar chakra is a prioritizing energy. You have plans. You're going to prioritize your plans. You're going to prioritize your goals. And you have the willpower to stick to that energy. Now with this card here, the money being tight, was really not going into detail about that again. But this is Taurus and this is Mercury. This is either a person who is a Taurus that you know personally, or this is a person who has Taurus in their natal chart, and this is Mercury, which is communication. It could also be a trickster energy of somebody who is being deceptive. Now, because it's the throat chakra, you say, do, and think what makes you feel authentic. But for some reason, there's an energy of being deceptive and being a trickster in here. And with the Taurus, you're not taking risks, but this energy could be a little self-indulgent. This does reflect travel, in some cases health, but the thing about this is the Five of Pentacles is the bump on the road. It might indicate travel, but the Five of Pentacles is the bumps on the road. It is concerning poverty and lack, which is the money. It doesn't indicate time. It is concerning possible lessons in how to deal with lack. But it's a temporary slump, like I said, with the Taurus energy of being stubborn, the Mercury energy of communication. A person who's down on their luck, or things are just a little tight, or somebody who's consistently having trouble. If you are around that energy, and it's not you, and you've been knowing that person for a while, you already probably know them well enough to understand without being told what the time of day is. But this could be the energy of somebody who has unhealthy lifestyles, who doesn't handle money well. Was the Mercury is communication, but it's also trickster. Now going back into the Seven of Wands, this is the fire energy of Leo. This is the planet Mars. Now, with the fire energy of Leo, this energy signifies pride. The Leo energy can be a flamboyant energy. I have two of them on my family tree that are very close, and they have high standards. They're very dignified, but they can be arrogant and flamboyant. Well, this energy does not necessarily mean you're dealing with a Leo, or that you're dealing with a person who has Leo in their natal chart. Of course, we all have 12 zodiacs in our chart. You could have that energy in your natal chart and not actually be a Leo. But this is the energy of extrovert. This is the energy of aggressive and arrogant. And in a certain way, I don't know, with the solar energy, prioritizing sticks out. You have goals. You're prioritizing these goals, okay? Your goals are being prioritized. And you want to be dignified. But in a certain way, you're going to be arrogant and you're going to be aggressive. And the thing about it is, with the Seven of Wands, we're starting out with money being a little bit on the tight side. Could be that time of the month. Temporary energy of things are just a little tight. It could be the energy of a trickster. It could be the energy of real need, where somebody might be putting you on the defense. Somebody is putting you on the defense. And you're arrogant, but you're trying to be dignified. You have goals. You have plans. And you're not going to let anybody else take advantage of you. You're not going to let anybody take advantage of you. You've got a trickster energy. Yes, I can see that now. A trickster energy of maybe a third party. Who's having financial difficulties. Things are tight. And you have goals and you have plans and you're a little arrogant about it with a Leo energy of high standards, personal goals, and the solar chakra. You're prioritizing your goals. So of course you're going to be a little bit on the defense here. And that is the energy that we're dealing with. Now we come to the Five of Wands. This could be conflict or arguments. And again, we see aggression. Yeah. You've got the throat chakra again with this. Was going into the throat chakra. You can express yourself without having any fear that, you're totally motivated about expressing yourself. Okay, you have conflict here. You're having no problem with expressing yourself. This is Saturn energy and the Leo energy. So you've got Leo energy in both of these, which is aggressive. But here you have conflict. Again, being defensive. Again, being assertive. With the Leo energy, you have high standards. You're dignified. You have goals. And with the throat chakra, you know who you are. You know what your situation is. You're not afraid of expressing it. You can be a little bit on the arrogant side. But this Five of Wands, Saturn, there are limitations here. Now, limitations to how much you'll put up with, or limitations to how far your generosity might be extended. But whatever it is, there's conflict. There's being defensive. And the thing about it is there are limitations. Maybe you have a budget and people think that you might be able to do this, and they put you in a situation where there is a conflict. And you are having to be defensive about it. And this could be because somebody else, a third party, is having difficulties. It does not specifically say this. Do not take this if it does not resonate. Because in your inner self, in your inner mind, you have stood up in an aggressive way and defended yourself. Now this is a fated card. The conflict that is occurring in this energy is a fated energy. It's something that you can't avoid. It's something that may have already happened or might happen in the next couple of days. Who knows? But this energy is fated. And there is a limitations energy in here. So you have stood up for what you're planning. And you're dealing with conflict over this. And there are limitations to exactly what you're going to be putting up with. And you let somebody know it. That is definitely what I see here. Because you can express yourself. The Saturn energy of the faded energy. Now, this is also a practical energy. So this might be a situation where there are limitations to what you're able to do. And you're trying to be practical because you have goals and you stood up for yourself. You've stood up for yourself. The Five of Wands is a challenge. In some ways, the Five of Wands can be a competition. To be honest with you, it could be a competition. But in this situation, what I'm seeing is a conflict. It is a situation where somebody's standing in your way. Somebody who is finding problems rather than solutions, but somebody who is basically standing in your way, creating a conflict. Now we go back to the Five of Pentacles, where we're dealing with the bump in the road. Okay, that could be your bump in your road. It could be the short-term energy of the specific time of the month. Like I said, I am talking right now. It is the beginning of the month. But the bump of the road can also be someone who's close to you. Where you have goals and you are dignified and you have made plans and you're dealing with an energy that's having what you're being told is a temporary conflict. And this could be trickster energy. It could be somebody who's playing the violin, trying to get your sympathy, trying to get you to open your wallet. This could be somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. It could be unhealthy lifestyles. It could be somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. It could be bad money management. Either one of those three. Now, there are situations where people don't have a lot, and it is not a case of where they cannot help themselves or they do not want to help themselves. There are plenty of people living below the poverty level who basically have enough just barely to get by. It is not always a case where they do not want to help themselves. This energy is bad money management or unhealthy lifestyles choices. And this is being defensive. This is aggressive, dignified. You've got goals. What are you doing? Okay. And this is conflict. This is arguing. This is setting limits. This is a faded energy. And it could work either way. You might be the one who's dealing with the bad money management. It might be you and the choices you're making. Okay? With the Leo and Mars here, of the arrogant or the aggressive energy that's in that card. A defensive energy. So you might not be handling your money, or somebody else might not be handling their money, or maybe they didn't even have that much to handle. But this is defensive. This situation has led to conflict. And that is obvious because again you have the Leo, again you have the Saturn. And again you have the throat chakra, You say, do, and think what is authentic. And there is conflict. And this is faded. Okay, this is the big one right here. This is the faded energy. The conflict is a faded energy. I don't see anything in here that specifies changes of any kind. Conflicts always create some type of change. But in this energy being short term, if it does create some type of change, it might happen later on. As we are limited to with the Leo energy and the Taurus energy. Leo is between the months, it was July 23rd to August 22nd. We're in the Leo energy right now. We are in the Leo energy. So, that makes things a little easier to understand. Now, I got these wonderful cards, the Cosmic Insights. So let's find out if we can clarify the Five of Pentacles. We need something, Spirit guide me, to clarify the Five of Pentacles. Spirit guide me, Just one little energy to clarify the Five of Pentacles. Okay, short-term energy of restrictions. Spy. Someone's got their eye on you. You're doing your research. Go figure. Now, I did say there was a trickster energy in this card, but I don't know where spy fits in here. There is self-indulgence in this card. But you just got the spy energy. So whatever this situation is, there's somebody that's watching what you're doing. And that might also lead to the conflict, the faded energy of the conflict. And there are some energies, I will be, as a mother, clarifying this. Well, somebody points out that maybe you've got some unhealthy habits, or the management part of what you're doing isn't exactly very sound or wise. That could be an interference of, well, it depends on whether the person that's communicating with you, which is Mercury energy in this card, has your best interest in mind. So you need to take that with a grain of salt. Let's go to the Seven of Wands and see what the Cosmic Insights have to say about the defensive energy of the Seven of Wands. Spirit guide me. 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 Oh, too many. Spirit guide me. One card, Spirit guide me, for the energy of the Seven of Wands. Oh, and there it was. It flew. I don't know if that's something significant in the read. The defensive energy of the Seven of Wands. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Take this as it resonates, and if it does not resonate, do not make it yours. Because I can't tell you who they will be. But this Cosmic Insight said, expect to hear from them soon. Now, going back over this card with the Leo energy and the Mars energy. This is your arrogant and aggressive energy, and this could be a person. This is the arrogant energy of. Now, if it's not a person, that's fine, because I prefer energies anyways. But the Seven of Wands, just as a reminder, will not let you take advantage of a situation. Now, as a situation, I did not mention this, but as a situation, this could have something to do with the requirements of family, the responsibilities of family. And I didn't see any travel energy here, so I don't know who's coming back, but you can expect to hear from them. Okay. Now, moving on with my cosmic energy, because that one kind of got me. The Five of Wands, the big fight, the conflict. Okay. The Five of Wands with your Leo energy and your Saturn energy and your Fated card, which is something that, is long-term generational. We are talking about possibility of, financial loss or handling the finances. In some cases, poverty in the future, or dealing with a situation where you will become impoverished or whatever, due to your bad choices or your habits. So, Spirit, guide me for a clarifier. We need to clarify the Five of Wands. We've got a conflict. We've got a conflict with the Five of Wands. Can cosmic insights help me with just one card? Let's see what this one says. Another Fated card. The energy of the Five of Wands is a fated energy, and I've already mentioned that several times. But the thing about it is, the reason I mention it is because it's normally a long-term generational type of thing. Not only your fated energy that will last your whole life, but the fated energy of the people around you and the next generation, if that applies. But this is cycles. Fate, karma, something ending, and something beginning. Alright. Now, normally with the transition energy, it doesn't have to be anything to panic about. Okay, I used to panic about that. Something ending, something beginning. Maybe what was happening in this energy will be changing, because you'll be making better choices. Maybe if you're making better choices, there won't be a defensive energy there, an arrogant, aggressive energy. And maybe if that both changes, there wouldn't be a conflict or a fight or an end. The ending could be something completely different. Take it as whatever your situation is. You know what? I do not see travel energy here. I do not see relocation or moving energy here. I see fate, which is usually something that you don't have any control of. Now, it's all fine and dandy if you're living single and you're self-sufficient, but not everybody has a situation like that. And the thing about it is, with this conflict energy, and this energy here having to do with financial loss or maybe mismanagement, this does not have any energy that specifically shouts travel, moving, relocation, eviction. It is the first week of the month. And I want to go back over that, because I do not want, there is a certain level of trust in a tarot read. And if you are watching this, I do not want anyone to be having a panic attack, getting upset, overly concerned, overthinking things. This energy says conflict and fighting. This energy says fate and something ending. But that does not have the energy of relocation anywhere. We're going to cover that for you there, because there are so many of us that are living so far below the poverty level, and we don't have control of a lot of that. We are not completely destitute, and we have our pride, we have our standards, we are not standing in line. We are the givers, actually, because usually the less you have, the more you give. We are making it. We are getting by, but it is very, very, very close for many of us. And what this says here is fate. Karma is actually good, coming behind fate. Okay, I will mention this too, because I'll tell you what, if you have generated bad karma by actually being unfair, making bad choices, that karma and fate combined with something ending or something beginning might not be in your favor. That actually made me feel better, because you know what? The one thing about being a tarot reader is that we don't believe in going out of our way to do anything that is going to harm others. And that includes animals in my case, because we have 4 cats and a dog, and I had a conversation with my daughter about a kitten that she really, really wants to adopt, who's on the street right now, and doesn't have a home. Now, this is the sun, and this is success. And this is the help of travelers and sailors and life force and the feminine nature. So this is a positive energy here, success. And we're hoping that the karma is working in your favor. We're hoping that this fated energy is working in your favor. We're hoping that these cycles, and it's just a cycle, that conflict is fated and is meant to happen for one reason or another. But it is short term. From the beginning, I have said, the first thing that popped out when I put that card down is this message, and this energy is short term. Once the conflict has been resolved, we can move on to something better. And this is fated. And there might be changes or there might not be changes, but whatever it is, it's going to be fated, and it's going to have a little bit of karma in there, and then we are going to have a new beginning. And I do appreciate you coming to spend time with Timeless Energy today. We're at 44 minutes. Okay, I do appreciate my subscribers, but I'm very, very small. I am just beginning my endeavors here. If you really enjoyed viewing my video today and spending time with you, and you have not already pressed that subscribe button, please consider pressing that subscribe button, or at least that like button. I need all the support that I can get. I'm a very, very small channel. Okay, your comments are always welcome. And of course your donations, there is a link. I had it on my little sign behind these cards. But there is a link through PayPal if you're interested in doing that to assist me. But my biggest thing that would help would be with this on YouTube. I haven't really expanded very far outside of YouTube. I really need the subscribers. I really need the likes. And by all means, share. If you are really into the tarot and your friends watch it, there are plenty of really good and talented readers out there. But I would not mind having you pass the name of my channel on to your friends. And you have a nice day. I thank you again for visiting with me. We'll be coming out with another new video soon. I do edit shorts out of all of my videos, small edit clips. And that edit, I believe, is supposed to lead you right back to the original long clip. They're not always the newest ones. Some of them are older ones. But you know what? They always have a little piece of a message. And I also have my Out the Door Tarot. Out the Door Energy of the Day, which is a 2-card with a little message on it, which you look at real quick and you run out the door at the beginning. It's like a horoscope. So please come back and visit me again. And thank you for your time. And have a nice day.